Hey kids, I did it again. I brewed late at night. So this is Punk's Skull Servant. So last night I was in the VC with a cat who you may recognize from my comments section, and we were talking about Edison format, and I brought up that I have an Edison format Skull Servant brew. That's really cool. And Kat was like, "Oh, yo, you should do something with Skull Servants in the TCG. Assault mode Skull Servant is something I've been trying to pill people on for a while, and I thought to myself, Assault mode. Well, what's the point of Assault mode?" And they were like, "Oh, you can make Immortal Dragon, or in Master Duel you can make Chaos Ruler." I thought to myself, that is silly shit. That is nonsense. That is not good enough. I'm gonna do you one better. And so I proposed using Immortal Dragon as part of a Punk core to set up Ghost Fusion to chain block White Baking by detaching Garuda for Beatrice. And Kat and I just kind of went off from there and started bouncing just the worst ideas off each other. And it was a really great time. And this is the monstrosity we came up with. All right, I'm going to show you the combo now. So here you can see all we need to do this combo is No Punk's Xiamen plus any copy of a card to discard. This Xiamen could also be alternatively Emergency Teleport. It could be an Ogre Dance. It could even be a Foxy Tune. You would just go Foxy Tune, Special Xiamen Search, Sharkusai, Nor the Sharkusai, and then go from there. But here I'm just going to start with Xiamen because that's just the quickest and dirtiest line. We're going to normal Xiamen to add Foxy Tune and activate its effect, pitching the WoW Warrior for Sharkusai. Sharkusai is going to fusion summon into Rising Carp, which will then summon Dear Note and Wagon. Wagon's going to pay 6 to grab Extreme Session. Originally, this was Madame Spider and Dangerous Gabu, but I realized that Extreme Session was more useful for looping White Princess, which you'll see later on. We're going to go into Jam Dragon Drive, paying 6 to search, and then reborning Wagon using Dear Note. So we're going to go ahead and grab a copy of Psychic Tracker, which we will special summon after drawing into a copy of Trent. We'll summon an Immortal Dragon, which will mill Ghost Sleeper, which grabs Ghost Fusion, banishing a copy of Chengxi, and sending Immortal Dragon to summon Garuda. Chengxi will banish the Ghost Sleeper to summon itself, and then activate its effect to mill a Mizuki. We'll overlay these two for Beatrice, and then Beatrice is going to detach Garuda to mill White Baking. Chainlink 1 is going to be White Baking, and Chainlink 2 is going to be Garuda. We're going to draw into Big Insect, then add Princess and Prince, and discard the Prince. That's going to trigger the Prince to mill a Lady in White and a Skull Servant. Then we're going to go ahead and banish Prince, Lady, and Skull Servant for the King. He's just the best thing ever, so we're going to summon him, obviously. Will Mizuki to reborn the Immortal Dragon, and then go for a Synchro 7 in the form of Ancient Fairy Dragon. We're going to pop the Extreme Session and gain 1,000, which is going to add us Black Garden. We're going to activate Black Garden and then activate AFD to summon the White Princess, which is going to trigger in sequence Garden to summon a token, and Princess to mill Prince. Prince is going to mill Lady and Skull Servant, and then we're going to link off into Cross Sheet. It's going to trigger Black Garden again, and then we're going to activate Black Garden, popping both tokens to reborn the Princess. That's right, this is a Black Garden target. We're going to mill the third and final Prince, which will also mill the third and final Lady and the other one, Lady and Skull Servant. And now we're going to do the funny part. We're going to send Beatrice and Ancient Fairy Dragon to properly summon ntss to the Cross Sheet Blink point. This reborns Lady in White to go into Cherubini. Cherubini mills Silent Boots. Silent Boots banishes itself for a copy of Shade Brigandine. Then we'll make a 2-mat Apo, set, and then summon Shade Brig, and overlay for Youre. We'll activate a Prince just to show how big the King will be on the crackback, and that's the setup. You could do more stuff instead of the PK nonsense, but I was also asked to create a combo that would make a Redoer with ntss and Shadebrig as materials, so I did just that. So this is 2 monster negates, a spin to the top of the deck, and a pop, as well as a 6k beater on the crackback, and we drew 2 cards in the process, as well as just loaded our graveyard with Skull Servants, which is really cool. This isn't good, but I mean, you know, this, who cares? It's Skull Servants. We're here for a good time, not a successful one. All right, see ya.